Well, after giving away the Birdsville track and heading back to Birdsville, decided that with the help of these people in four-wheel drives and caravans in front of me, I'd attempt to get to Matuta and Windora, which is a matter of going across the Burke Development Road. Couldn't remember for a minute where I was. Anyway, once we started heading out, it's going to be pretty rough after Matuta, but at this stage the road's in pretty good nick. The trip we've done yesterday, I was very happy to see Windora. Come through Stuart Stony Desert, and the car sold out twice when we went through some pretty wet, boggy areas. Didn't actually get bogged, but the water got on the distributor and it sold out. First time it was just a big hole in the ground, and we just scooped all the rainwater from the ground and threw it all over the engine. The second time I might have been going through a big wet spot, maybe just a fraction too fast, but it sold out then and I had to get towed out that time. Got a hell of a lot of water all over the car, and the mud from the holes have got into the wheels, which is giving me a lot of trouble as far as keeping the steering straight. So I'm going to have to try and clean that out before I go too far. The Windora, it's an area that I wasn't planning on coming in, but it's going to give me a chance to see a bit more of Australia, that's for sure. What a mess. I must admit, it is a pleasure to be riding on the Black Bitumen again. Let's go and have a look at the town. Well, it says a bank on the outside, but on the inside it's, guess what? A printing place. Handset type. wood blocks. And font case holding numerous amount of different fonts of type. It's been a while since I've been in one of these school rooms. A geography lesson while we're here. This trip that I've been doing, leaving Melbourne, going up to Mildura, Broken Hill. Broken Hill, I've come up to a place called Tipperary, across to Kellen's Corner, to Cooper's Creek and Inaminka, and because of the problems with the car I headed all the way back to a place called Port Augusta. Now all this road has been made now. I've come up along here, through this way, up here to Alice Springs, and McDonald Ranges. From McDonald Ranges and Alice Springs I've headed once again up to a place called Tennant Creek, Newcastle Waters, Daly Waters, Catherine, eventually to Darwin. From Darwin I headed into a place called Kakadu National Park, back this way to a place just outside of Catherine, and down to Daly Waters again. Came out this way down to through the Barkly Tablelands. This is the Barkly Highway now. We've got it to Tennant Creek, Mount Isa Highway, but it's the Barkly Highway now. Right through to Mount Isa, across here to Cloncurry. From Cloncurry I've gone up to Normanton, Burketown, to a national park out here called Long Creek, and then all the way back to Cloncurry. From there, because of the wet weather I had, I went out to Mount Isa, and all the way down here, a place called Boulia, Baduri, to Birdsville. Tried to do the Birdsville track, didn't work. Finished up going through Stuart's Stony Desert, out to Quilpie, up to Charlottesville, Cunnamulla, Burke. Didn't go out as far as Dubbo, but went through to Parks, place I'm at now, where this museum is Forbes, and down the Lachlan River is the way home, back to Melbourne. That's the geography lesson for today. I think you can pack your books up. I'm coming to pretty close to the end of this 2 months trip. I think what I've just been seeing here, Heritage of Australia, is what my trip's been all about. A lot of people stay in the cities and they never get to see what I've got to see. 2 months is not enough to see Australia, but it's certainly given me enough to see what's in the country. Most of it's been outback. There's been some good times and some hairy times as well. But I think that's what Australia's all about, from what I've seen. I've done over 12,000 kilometres since I've started. It's taken me just over 2 months. There's so much more to see that it's going to take more time to see it. Outback Australia is hard. It's very rough. You go out there with the right equipment, the right ideals, right backup, and you can survive out there. Water's the big thing. So is knowing what you're doing out there. That's the biggest thing. That's what I've discovered. I've learned a lot from this particular trip. Learned an awful lot. About myself, about everything, about a lot of things. Now it's an unreal country. Some magic spots.